Hi, everyone. It's been a minute since I've been doing anything here on the internet with the Omni-Win project, and the reason is because I have been a very busy boy. I have seriously been on fire. Um, I have continued the mission of trying to find different ways to bring the upgrade of our democracy into reality. And I've been working with some really interesting folks, tell you about them, and then I want to tell you about some of the cool things that I'm going to be doing differently and how you can get involved. So let's get into it. So, this last first half of the year, the I started working on three different projects, or I've gotten involved with three different interesting projects. One of them was People Powered TV. People Powered TV is a project to get a collaborative reality TV show in front of a mainstream audience so that people can actually see what it looks like to have people communicate across their differences. So we can just show to the world that this is possible. Another project that I've gotten involved with is Assemble America. And actually, I'm now on the board of directors for Assemble America. And the goal of Assemble America is uh, to bring democracy by assembly into the national consciousness. The tool of civic assemblies, to me and to many people, seems to be one of the best solutions to much of our democracy crisis. So we want to get the world to know about citizen assemblies, civic assemblies, democracy by assembly, all the same thing. Um, and yeah. And also, I went to the Independent National Convention this spring, and that was fascinating. So I've been getting involved with various independent political organizations and groups and so forth. And that is some of the things I'm going to be doing going forward as well. So, the United Independents, for example, are putting together a local leader training academy for people who want to be leaders in their communities and have a positive impact and learn a bunch of rad skills. That training is coming soon. And actually, I'm going to be teaching one of the tracks. There's links below for this. But I just wanted to make sure that that's been really cool coming forward. Also, in the near future, I'm going to be going to the American Democracy Summit in Los Angeles at the end of September. And then something I'm very excited about is the National Conference on Dialogue and Deliberation, which is going to be in Atlanta, Georgia this October. So, those are some of the things that I've been getting involved with and moving around with. I've also gotten pretty involved with the Forward Party, or in California, the Common Sense Party, and I've been getting involved with local things. I've been going to city council meetings, getting involved with the creation of a local neighborhood council. And so those are some things that are going on. And let me just frame why this is important. So, if you're like me, if you look at the political situation right now, you can see that we are lost. We are not in a good place right now. And everyone, I think appropriately, are freaking out about 2024 and like what's about to happen. And when I think about what's going on in there, and I'll be speaking to this more in the near future, but I noticed there's a collapse in trust. People just don't trust that anyone has their back, and even people who do, they're not trusting each other. We definitely don't trust the people who are on the other side of the aisle, however people are defining that. And I also believe that I guess it seems like there's a lack of faith that change is possible, and that is hard because that means that we can't change. It also means that we don't think that other people can change. We don't think the system can change. That's something that we need to pierce through. One thing that I think is going to be helpful to pay attention to in this next year is that if we find ourselves trying to blame any individual or any party or group for causing whatever problem, that is uh, going to be misguided. There is no one individual to blame. We are all part of this, and we all have to figure out what to do about it. So that's a lot. Um, so um, in this like kind of swirl of things and the unpredictable future, I'm responding by doing kind of three different things. Um, One is I'm really working on getting grounded in my local community. Here I am on this podcast talking about democracy, but it's been very interesting to see what democracy looks like in my own neighborhood, in my own city council district, in my city. And so I'm getting involved with my local neighborhood council, and we're actually forming one, and that's going to be something that I'm really interested in. And I'm really have a dream that this could be potentially a way to build an instance of future, uh, evolutionary democracy, collaborative democracy at a local yet formal scale. I'm also getting involved with finding other local organizations that are doing things similar to me. Shout out to the Community Democracy Project, participatory budgeting, and various folks out there. And I am really excited about this local leader training academy. The United Independents have put together an incredible curriculum. There's like 22 different courses or tracks, and starts the sort of launch date is in the middle of September on I believe the 15th and 16th, and then the program starts at the end of September, October, November, December, and 6-week program, and you get to take 3 or up to 20 different tracks. And anyways, make sure there's a link for that. But I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm going to be teaching a track, but I also am going to be participating as well, because there are skills that I want to learn about how to apply these tools in my community. So, anyways, I'm excited about that. The second thing that I'm really working on is trying to figure out how to build relationships. Now, the kind of in the map of what makes political conflict is when there's a breakdown of trust. And one of the ways we can fix trust is by building relationships and building connections. And honestly, there's a way that in this kind of post-COVID internet life, I've need more connections, I guess. And so I am going to be starting an Omni-Win project community. And truth is, I'm still kind of figuring out the details, and I actually maybe want to figure this out with the community about where's a good place for us to hang out, to have conversations, and so forth. Um, and uh, and I also want to start having monthly live events. That'll be like on the first Wednesday of the month, and that means September 7th is going to be the next live event. Stay tuned about how to get involved with that, or you can pay attention through Omni-Win channels. Um, and then the third thing that I'm really working on right now is education. Going forward, I'm going to be teaching a lot more. And so I'm going to be doing this training course, which is basically going to be like essentials of conflict resolution and facilitation. But going forward, I'm going to be putting together more training courses and smaller pieces. And this is the kind of stuff that I really want to pay attention to going forward. Again, stay tuned for all of that. And then personally, I am taking an approach to politics where I am just kind of beginning to act as though the two-party system is uh, like out of date, and that I'm just beginning to assume that we already are in a place where we're all in this together, and that everyone obviously understands that. So I'm just using that in my language. Play with it, see what you think. Those are some of the things that I'm doing right now. And so what can you do? Um, So there's some really great ways to get involved. So one I mentioned already, the local stewards leadership academy. It's going to be a great place to learn skills, and uh, I get access to 20 live courses. You get to learn all sorts of tools. Each of them is going to teach concrete knowledge that you can use in your local community, or really in the rest of your life. My course will definitely be applicable to anywhere in your life. Um, but the other way to get involved right now is to come join the Omni-Win community. And the best way to do that right now is to be a patron of the show. Um, you can join the community at only $2 a month, but for higher rates, you'll get access to like early access to things, live events, and Q&As and such. But for right now, um, $2 a month. Come join the community. And right now, we're going to start hanging out in Discord. We'll see how that goes. But you'll find that at patreon.com/OmniWin. Again, patreon.com/OmniWin. Again, links below. Um, and then, of course, you're interested in what's going on. The other way to do it is, of course, subscribe to the podcast or subscribe to the YouTube channel or subscribe to the newsletter. If you like your content in video form, written form, audio form, I got you covered. You can find the Omni-Win project on YouTube, on Substack, and also on podcasts. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and thank you again for watching and being interested in what's going on. Um, this is going to be a lot more participatory. It's going to be a lot more sustainable the way I'm going forward, and I hopefully want to just be more real here. So, um, I like I'm not sure what all the answers are. I know a lot of great things. I'm excited to explore that with you and take you on that journey with me. And so, hoping going forward, hopefully, this Omni-Win project will um, be a little more intimate and a little more at a sustainable pace. So, thank you again for watching and welcome back to the Omni-Win project. I hope to see you soon.